Up the summer.
Mid-years or the summer guys?
Yep.
Yeah, Levante is here. We got some backers that showed up. McGuire, Kane, Levante, all rolled in here, and Brighton. And Brighton's coming off an injury, so 4 really good-looking young players right there. Haven't had a chance to be on the field with them or anything like that, but just like where they are physically, like their demeanor. They haven't been here that long, but they've had a good focused summer to this point.
You have a chance to look at Jalen Phillips yet?
Oh yeah. Jalen is had a good. Joe, we talked yesterday. Kind of went through all those guys, and he's about his business guy. He's a very focused young player. He's a guy that we think has some versatility to his game. Will give us some options defensively. But we just got to get out on the field with them and see where they are. You just never know. But they're all working hard. They've all been in the playbook. They've been meeting and watching tape and learning, and trying to get ahead on the installation, kind of shorten that learning curve a little bit before we get out on the field with them. So it's a good group. Andrew Booth's another guy that just showed up here. He's a guy that we've been anticipating getting here as well. So we had most of the guys were mid-years, so 17 guys came in January. So those guys are all better, bigger, stronger, in a different place mentally. And then those guys that just got here are really excited, to get going.
When it comes to, Butler card coaching versus more on the wheel coaching, does it take a different skill set, or is it just more of the same activity from a coach but more hands-on?
I think, I don't know about skill set or anything. I just think as a coach, you just have to always have the pulse of your team. And, and part of that is understanding the maturity of your team. And sometimes it's maybe you just getting with the leaders of your team and saying, hey, here's some things that we need, and challenging them and giving them opportunities to lead a little bit. And then there's sometimes as a coach where, even last year, we probably won the championship one day in practice last year. It was one of those days, and it was time for me to step in, and I did, and it was a long day. But when we walked off the field, we were a different team, and so even though you have a veteran group, there's still times where you gotta, all right, this is what's needed in this moment. And I think as a coach, you have to just kind of balance that regardless. Certainly when you have a younger team, you have to be patient, more patient, because there's just certain things they don't know, they don't understand, and you have to teach. It's no different than parenting. My conversations with my 16-year-old is very different than they were when he was 9, or 10. So it's no different when you're dealing with a football team.
Coach, I think a lot of fans might have been worried about Shaq Smith transferring, but you feel pretty good about Skowski and Smith and those guys you have at linebacker, don't you?
Yeah. Shaq, didn't see that coming, but that's what he felt like he needed to do. Wish him well. He was model in every aspect of our program, so certainly hate to lose him, but that doesn't damper our spirits for who we have in the linebacker position. I personally think that this could be as good a back seven as we've had. I just really am excited about the personnel that we have. We'll have a little younger depth at linebacker, but I think we're athletic. I think we've got guys that can run, guys that know how to play the game, and it's going to be a really good group. But Isaiah and Skowski and Chad, that's a pretty good starting point to go out there. And Skowski's one of those guys that the football world, y'all know who he is, but the football world didn't really know who Skowski is. But if he stays healthy, they will. He is a really good football player, and it's just a matter of time before everybody knows that. And just again, him catching some breaks and staying healthy. Jake Venables, Jake had as good a spring as anybody on our team. He's a redshirt freshman, and Jake can play. He'll be a guy that'll be in the mix. Mike Jones is really coming along. Balin Spector, super excited about Balin. And then you throw in all these new guys. Reagan Upshaw's a guy nobody here knows anything about. He'll be a redshirt junior. He's a guy that never played football until he came here, and he was like a world-class rugby player. And he's been grinding in our program. He's actually on scholarship, but he's a kid that could get in the mix for sure. And then again, you throw in these young guys that we have. It's going to be fun to watch Brent kind of mold that group. I love the group that we have. I think we got everything we need to be very successful there.
Dabo, the guys on defense who you lost last year, they weren't only big-time leaders for the defense, they were leaders of this entire team. Do you see people ready to step into the roles that Christian, Clee, and those guys had?
Yeah, we've got a few of those. We do. We've got a few of them, but not as many. That was just a very unique team, and not only was it unique in that aspect, but they loved that part of where they were in their journey. They loved it. They loved saying, "Coach, I got this." Because they could. I would sometimes I wouldn't. They knew what was coming, and it would be like, "Hey, Coach, we got it," and then they go handle it. And that's pretty cool. When you've been around a group and they are so bought into what you do and believe in what you do, they want to enforce it so you don't have to, and that's pretty cool. We don't have as much of that, but we've got some really, really strong, committed program guys that I'm super proud of. A guy like Kayvon, a guy like Skowski, a guy like Nolan, Denzel, and AJ. And AJ is a great leader. We're just super excited. Tanner Muse. These guys have done a phenomenal job of leading, and they're well respected on both sides of the ball. And then you flip over and you look at Ankle, Pollard, Cervinka, John Simpson. These are grown men. Not as flashy as Clee and Christian and that crowd, but highly respected and believe in what we do and how we do it. They've had a lot of success. Then you look at a guy like Travis, who I still think of as a young guy, but he's a junior, and he's carries himself differently than he ever has, and because he's not as y'all know, he doesn't say a whole lot, but the change in him, because I think his awareness of looking around the room going, there's Ches and there's Stu, man, I'm gonna have to I gotta beat this. They don't know anything. And his self-awareness of that, of not only what he's got to do, but providing that, it's been fun to watch. Same thing with T. Same thing with Amar. Trevor, he's in a completely different place right now than he was this time last year. And so, it's good. You don't have to be a senior to be a leader, or to be a guy that pulls other people along the way and believes or buys into what you're doing from a program standpoint. So I think we're a little different, but when it's all said and done, we'll be a close team. Still got to develop that chemistry.
Yeah, what are your takeaways from the trip
to Italy? Amazing. It was. I was telling you last night, just a life-changing experience for me. I've never been out. I've been to the Bahamas. I did get to go to Toronto, but all that's kind of attached to America, right? I never I think of out of country. Europe that's out of country for me. It really was a life-changing thing, just from a cultural standpoint, just historical, just seeing. They got chairs older than America over there. We think about whatever 300 years or whatever. It's just phenomenal to see Rome, to see Florence. It was mine and Cass' 25th anniversary, and we took our family to go to Italy this summer, and went to Rome and Florence and Portofino and down in different areas. But it was just to see things that were built and how they were built and crafted, all these years ago to go to the Coliseum, built in year 80. It's fascinating to me, just how smart the people had to be, architecturally, engineering. I mean, it's not like they didn't have CAD machines and computers and just, how about power? They had that, and just it's pretty amazing experience. And then the diversity of, it's almost like South Carolina and Georgia, different countries, different languages. So it was a really amazing trip and experience for me and Kath and our boys, and took my mom and stepdad and her parents. Just an awesome 11 days.
Coach, so much of the preseason has been about Trevor, Travis, Justin. Do you feel like T. Higgins is a little bit under the radar going into this season?
I mean, maybe you guys, nobody we play, he's not going to be on the radar of any of them. I'll guarantee you that. Is that Albert Huggins? What's up, Huggy?
I got a question, Coach.
What's up? What's up? What's up, Huggy man?
All the guys.
Can you get a 6th year? We
Huh?
could use you one more year. I mean, I know you're busy.
Nah, man. But nah, though, last year the D-line was so deep, man. How much are you gonna miss those guys? Even though I know you got more guys coming in that can take their place, how much are you gonna miss those guys?
Yeah, that's a great question, Huggy. I had a great meeting with your D-line coach, by the way. I was out in Houston.
Yes, sir.
I'll fill you in on that. But as I was just saying, I think we can replace talent. I think we have really talented young players, but replacing the experience, the knowledge, the nuances, the game